What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about current news in Norway. Because as an American, I never get to hear about Norwegian news here in the United States. So today, I'd like to take some time to learn about the current news and events happening in Norway right now that I otherwise would never get to hear about. So, let's take a look, starting with an update from some of the news that we looked at last week about the death of the Russian spy whale Vladimir. Apparently, this was big news. Like this weird, strange murder of this, famous Norwegian whale that might have been from Russia. I don't know, but it was big news, and it was a very, very strange story. But apparently, Vladimir was not killed by humans. This is blowing my mind. I think when we looked at this last week, we saw Vladimir the whale. It looked like he had been shot by a gun. So how was that not caused by humans? I'm very interested in this update here. A beluga whale discovered with a harness strapped around its neck was found in Norway 5 years ago. It was found dead a few weeks ago. It had a stick stuck inside its mouth, and its death was not related to human activity, says the police. I thought... Didn't the article last week say that Vladimir was shot by bullets? Or am I mistaken? Well, I thought like there were bullets, or is that not true? Or now they say that he had a stick in his mouth. So the body of Vladimir, it's a combination of the word for whale and the first name of Russian President Putin. Oh, is that where the name comes from? Oh my gosh, that's where that name comes from? Oh my gosh, I did not know that. Okay. Norwegians have a sense of humor. Was spotted floating in the sea a week or two ago. Yes. So what really happened? Norwegian police opened an investigation after 2 animal rights groups filed a complaint into the death of the animal. Yes. So what did the investigation find? The autopsy showed a stick measuring 35 centimeters was stuck in the whale's mouth? There was a stick in the whale's mouth? Like, did it go in its mouth and back, like, inside its head? Like, is that what killed the whale? That's horrible. The autopsy showed the stomach was empty. Most organs had broken down. There is nothing in the investigation that has been carried out to establish that it was human activity that led to Vladimir's death. Really? Here we go. They're actually, okay, this is good. They're actually talking about this. The animal rights groups had alleged the whale had been shot. That's what I saw. Was that fake? Was that fake news? What? Oh my gosh. On Monday, police said Vladimir had sustained some injuries that were completely superficial. There was no evidence suggesting Vladimir was shot. Wow. I feel a little bit deceived. I feel a little bit lied to. Last week, when we looked at this, it said that this whale had been murdered, shot. And I'm so glad there's a follow-up on this, that there's another article setting the record straight. Vladimir just got unlucky and swallowed a stick that probably went through its head and killed it. That's really sad and disgusting, but That's very, very different than being murdered by a human with a gun. Wow. Wow. That's an interesting update. Next, we have lots of questions for store in China. This is the Prime Minister of Norway. He went to China. Yeah, Norwegian Prime Minister. Once again, been accused of sending mixed signals regarding his visit to China this week. What? Mixed signals? Does Norway have a good relationship with China? I don't know what that's like. The visit comes just after his defense minister was elsewhere in Asia, visiting and offering support to countries that feel threatened by China, and while local governments back home struggle over how to balance Chinese investment with security concerns. Yeah. Security concerns is the big one here in America. In America, we like buy a lot of stuff from China. It's a very important trade partner. I think everybody buys a lot of stuff from China. China makes a lot of stuff really cheap. But it's the security concerns that China might be spying on America, like trying to steal our data and stuff like that. America has that issue. So this was the Prime Minister's first visit to Beijing, where he met with the President Xi Jinping, and then he went to Shanghai, where he promoted Norwegian seafood. Okay. Interesting. So he was there to... Why was the Prime Minister in China? To promote seafood? Or what? Or to improve relations? Norway was the first to recognize China after its revolution as a communist country in 1949. The two countries, Norway and China, fell into a diplomatic freeze between 2020 and 2016. Okay. The Chinese ambassador even left Norway. Wow. So relations with China have been a little shaky with Norway. That's what I'm getting here. So Norwegian security agencies continue to view China as posing a major threat. Norway questions China's human rights violations. Yeah. So seems like Norway has the exact same view of China that we have in America. Norwegian leaders do want to keep talking with China to promote business where they can, like selling seafood to the Chinese market. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense now. China does eat a lot of seafood, much more than America. So it's actually a really, really important partner with Norway. A huge buyer of seafood. And Norway exports a lot of seafood. So I didn't even think about that. Wow. China is Norway's third largest trade partner after the EU and United States. Ah, I see. Norway is kind of juggling like its relationship with China. It wants to stay a trade partner with China, but it also has to condemn some of China's human rights violations and security threats, spy threats. Huh. That's very similar to the United States. Very interesting. Huh. NATO chief visits on farewell tour. The NATO chief visited Norway. It will be nearly a month before the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister, Jens Stoltenberg, can move home again. He was back in Oslo this week on his last official visit as Security General of NATO. Oh, yeah, the former Norwegian Prime Minister, Jens Stoltenberg, is the Security General of NATO? I don't think I knew that, actually. He was making courtesy calls on his former Labour Party colleague, the Prime Minister, and at the Royal Palace for lunch with King Harold and Queen Sonia. Okay. Is there really anything more to this? This is just about Jens Stoltenberg, like traveling, making appearances. He's on his farewell tour. Is he not going to be the Secretary General of Norway? The Secretary General of NATO, excuse me, for much longer? Huh. Okay. Okay. There's not too much to learn there, honestly. So let's keep moving here. Next we have toddler left with stitches after latest eagle attack on humans in Norway. What? What did I just read? What did I just read here? What does this say? A toddler was left with stitches after an eagle attack in Norway. An eagle attacked a toddler in Norway? It's a golden eagle. It likely had a behavioral disorder. Yeah. Oh my God. An eagle attacked a little child? Oh my God. A golden eagle attack on a toddler in Norway left the toddler so badly clawed that they needed stitches. Oh my God. This is the bird's fourth attack on humans in the past week? Someone has to stop this bird, or people have to stop going near this bird. This is terrifying. I have never heard of an eagle attacking humans. Unbelievable. This poor toddler. The bird's unusual aggression occurred over 5 days across a vast mountainous area in southern Norway. People need to stay away from this bird. It actually attacked like 5 humans, 5 different times. This is a common eagle in Norway, Scandinavia's second largest bird of prey. It usually eats small animals and foxes and sheep. Oh my God. The toddler and the other victims needed stitches. Oh my God. Imagine this giant eagle coming down and attacking you like that. That's terrifying. Like, these are gigantic birds. Oh my God. The bird was killed after the attack on the small child. Oh. So the bird was put down. You hate to see any news like this. Like, it's just a wild animal. It doesn't understand what it's doing. It's just doing its natural instincts. Like, so the bird had to be put down. Okay. It likely had a behavioral disorder. So this bird had like a behavioral problem, a mental disorder for birds, where it was just aggressively attacking humans out of the ordinary. This is radically different from normal. Okay. Wow. So is this the bird? Oh my God, imagine this thing just attacking you. How do you get away? It can fly. A 20-month-old girl was playing outside a farm in South Norway when the eagle came out of the blue and clawed her. The girl's father told Norwegian broadcasters that the mother and neighbors raced to fight off the eagle. The eagle attacked 3 times before it was killed with a piece of wood. Oh my God, the little girl had stitches on the back of her head and was clawed under her chin and face. Wow, just under one of her eyes. That could have easily clawed out her eyeballs. That is so crazy. What the heck? That's weird. Okay, now I'm scared of eagles. Finally, we have exceptionally well-preserved arrow recovered in Norway. This is a huge title. A well-preserved arrow was found in Norway. Oh, like an arrowhead? Okay. A little bit of geology here. A 1,300-year-old arrow was recovered from Norway's Lendbreen ice patch. Oh, wow. It was likely lost in the mountain pass while reindeer hunting over 1,000 years ago. That is so cool. It is incredibly well preserved. That is so cool. The iron arrowhead is found in graves dated back to 700 AD. Oh, look at this. Wow. That would be so cool to find this. That's amazing. How, like a human, just made this 1,000 years ago and just found it in Norway. Okay. We have found a few arrows with similar arrowheads on occasion. Oh, that's cool. That's a nice little article to end off on, I think. This was a very interesting week in Norwegian news. I'm really glad we have that update on the whale. It's sad the whale died, but it was just disturbing to think that Valdemir, the whale, was murdered by a gun. No. That was fake. That's good we updated that. And yeah, and speaking of animals, this child who was attacked by an eagle, crazy. This was interesting. This is why I enjoy trying to stay up to date with Norwegian news. It's really interesting. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of this Norwegian news or any other Norwegian news that I may have missed this week. That'd be great to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and learning about Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.